It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us again. Our guest is Rick Gasaway. Rick is the author of this book, An Inconvenient Purpose. Rick is clearly playing up the titles Al Gore's An Inconvenient Truth and Pastor Rick Warren's The Purpose-Driven Life. Rick, your last name is Gasaway. You're an electrical engineer, a devout Christian, and so I want to talk to you about this book, which focuses on Christian environmentalism. Sir, begin.
Yes, well, I saw the need for writing this book in that we take our energy resources and environmental resources so much for granted. They're so much of a part of our everyday lives, and it would take 3 or 4 planet Earths if everybody lived the same lifestyle that we do in the Western world. And it's just not sustainable. And
let's talk about this, because I think it's fair to say, Rick, that there are folks who believe that Christian environmentalist is an oxymoron. A lot of folks will point to passages in the Bible, Genesis 1:26, Genesis 1:28, which focus on humans having dominion over the earth, humans being able to subdue the earth. And so it's become a tremendously contentious debate. You have managed to merge it all together.
I really don't think that there is a problem with that. The whole thing is looking at the context. And at those points in Scripture where they're talking subdue and dominion, that is before Adam and Eve fell into sin. So in no way is that meant as harsh or subjective rule. It is meant more as being good stewards and governing over the creation that God gave us.
Okay, let's face it. You come to us from Kansas City. We thank you for traveling out to speak with us. In the middle of the country, there's a very large Christian conservative movement that hasn't so quickly taken up the cause of environmentalism. Sure, on the West Coast, a lot of Christian churches are all about environmentalism. We have beautiful oceans. And so how have you been received in your parish, in your area, when you wrote this book?
Well, in my church, everything kind of takes a little bit of time as a very conservative area, and I consider myself a conservative Christian, and I really just don't see the need to, if you're conservative, that you can also care for the environment. And I think, as we said before, that as it's a God's mandate to us, and as that mandate, nothing has changed.
So do you believe that my perception is wrong? And tell me if it is, that Christian environmentalism is an oxymoron.
No, I don't think that it is. I think, unfortunately, some Christians have taken the viewpoint that if Al Gore's for it, or if it's viewed as a radical left agenda item, they just either automatically ignore it or try to subdue it.
Exactly.
Or they go and find the need to fight against it. And I really don't think that either one of those responses is where we should be going with it. I think that stewardship is critical, and we can be both. We can do it without destroying our economy.
So, Rick, what can we do, the folks that are watching do, if they are devout, in whatever faith they may be, in looking at the question of being good stewards of the earth and not subduing it, as some would argue?
Well, there's a lot of different things. Just getting involved. There's people are all at different places, so you have to start somewhere, but starting with recycling, getting involved in things with the faith community. Interfaith Power and Light has chapters in various states across the country.
Southern California, I've interviewed the executive director.
They were the beginners. And just looking at other websites, biketochurch.com, and even the fuel cell Equinox that I got to see yesterday, a GM product.
Which we will talk about when you come back on our program. Rick, we thank you so much for joining us. His book is An Inconvenient Purpose, a terrific read. My name is Brad Pomerance. Thank you for watching Local Edition.
At Charter, we know that home really is the perfect place to be, which is why we remain committed to bringing you the best, most reliable services for less. Our family of 16,000 will continue to deliver great entertainment and keep the millions of families we serve connected to the things that matter most. We look forward to bringing your home to life, now and in the years to come.